is well. Happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday. Go ahead and connect with y'all real good. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope all is well. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Hold on, y'all. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new here. I want to know y'all thoughts. I'm on my way to a meeting this morning. Y'all know I wear my earrings everywhere. So I look okay. So Peach played us, y'all. She definitely played us, right? She definitely played us. She definitely played us. Come on in, tap the screen. Let me know you're here. If you're catching the replay, please get in the comments. I'm about to go to this meeting. You know I drink my detox in the morning to get me right, keep me tight, get me right, keep me tight. They keep telling me, man, you need to sell it. How much weight I done lost, skin clearing up. But a lot of people don't realize a lot of this weight loss is also because, I took control over my life and I got rid of that ninja. Hey, I got rid of that ninja. Hey, 8 years free. 8 years free. Baby, it's been a process. You hear me? It has been a process. I thought I was never going to be able to leave him. So I am March. Let's see. March, we kind of stopped. May, I completely was like, I'm done. I'm moving. You're not moving with us. It was all, changing. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 6 months. That's good for me because usually I be big. I ain't gonna lie. Usually I be big. This man had told me so many times, oh, nobody's gonna want you with, a sick child, all this kind of stuff. And usually I just go back. I ain't going back. I'm so happy now. I look good. I feel good. Oh, I'm just happy now. I'm happy. Holding on to a ninja. I won't do it. Good morning. It's Simply Nicole. Good morning, big girl. Y'all, I had to I made that live. I didn't even do it for members only last night. Y'all had scared me. I'm scary. So y'all was like, oh girl, be doing this and doing that. So I just made the live. I ain't even, y'all, I just At first I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it members only. But then I said, nah. Someone in the chat told me, said, don't even make it for members only because you don't know who your member. I was like, girl, let me just go ahead. I said, oh, I said, is that serious out here on these YouTube streets? They was like, yes, girl, it is serious on these YouTube streets. Thank you so much, big girl. It was a process. And like I tell everyone, it doesn't mean we're never going to get back. You know what I'm saying? But I needed this. And that's what he has to understand as well. I have been constantly pouring into him and my son. I'm always going to pour into my son, but I was not pouring into me. So my cup was empty, So I just had to say I couldn't. And then he did the unthinkable, which even though he did the unthinkable, if we could have worked through it, but then you did the unthinkable thinkable. And I just was like, no, I can't do this. Now, he kind of hates me right now because I'm standing on business. He can't stand that this girl usually come back by now. She usually give in by now. I usually can manipulate her by now. Nope, you can't manipulate me anymore. Nope, not doing it. It look like my lashes, my eyes. I don't have no lashes. I just have mascara on. Thank you so much, and Simply Nicole. Hey, Holly. And then so I was like, you know what? He just tripped this weekend, which was my birthday weekend. So I kind of knew he was going to trip. He was kind of trying to see where I was at. Baby, you ain't finna see where I'm at. I ain't post no stories. I didn't post anything. Nope, not doing it. Baby, I was ghost on social media. You not finna track me. I ain't heard from you all day. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Where you at? Where I'm at? I'm single. I'm outside. You ain't heard. You ain't heard I'm outside, boo. They love it over here. You got the YNs, the daddies, and the granddaddies. Baby, this was a perfect time to be outside, boo. The granddaddies love me. The daddies love me. And the dang on YNs love me. They love auntie. I don't want no YN, though. I ain't trying to dodge no bullets. And, I like a retired, I like me a retired thug. A corporate thug. One that's out on them ports or a truck driver. That's what I like, preferably. I like men in neon. Steel toe boots. Gets me every time. Girl, yes, I am standing on business. And then when I look back at it, like I look through old pictures and my mom is so like, it's just like you just see not even the weight loss, just like your skin, just everything is just so draining when you are taking care of a man, like pouring into, not financially taking care of a man, but pouring into a man is just, oh, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I ain't, So we go out of town this weekend, and I am just ready to have a good time. I am ready, ready, ready. Um, this is a family girls trip weekend. It's like 3 cousins at our birthdays. So yeah, we ready. I gotta go to this meeting right now. City workers be for girl. When I see them at the city park, I be happy. Girl, they be. I like me. I don't have nothing wrong with an office man. Don't get me wrong. Nothing's wrong with an IT man office. Even the IT men, they come in there. They get down on the ground. They fix that computer. Ooh, Shayla sticks down there using them tools. But baby, them longshoremen, them merchants, them city workers, baby, I love them. You hear me? They be fine. Some of them be clean cut. Some of them be like. So I'm in Jacksonville, like y'all know. JEA, the ones that be on the road, not in the office. The ones that, them linemen, baby. They be so fine, fine, fine. And they like to come home, have a good meal, watch TV, and chill. I don't want nobody that want to run the streets. I don't want anyone to have a bunch of children all over. No, I don't want that. Because you're going to have to take care of your children. But that's what kind of like made me look at like Peach and Wood. Y'all know I defend Wood over here. Y'all know I be saying, well, Wood this. No, won't be defending him anymore. He completely shocked me. And this is when I say you really don't know what be going on. People give you a 30-second clip here and there, and they can make the narrative whatever they want. So basically, he said he have his own money. And like I said, when I listened to that reaction on TikTok, that kind of changed my view because she was like, y'all got to understand. Good morning, good morning. Wood does not lose every time he at the casino. He could hit 5, 7, 10,000. Yes, he probably lose some, but he also hits. So when he's able to hit, he able to go ahead and drop money off in places. And then when Peach last night was also talking about Wood's Facebook pages, even though she runs it, you heard she said, I'm not giving up that Facebook check. I'm not giving up that Facebook check. So TikTok, you only get paid 30 days, after the video. But like YouTube and Facebook, I think you still get paid whether the view comes 30 days after it was posted or whatnot. So you still get paid. So he still can be making a good maybe 600 to 1,000 on YouTube, and maybe I'm gonna tell you, and maybe maybe 1,000. I don't know on Facebook, maybe 2,000. So you know 2,600, he can go gamble it. If he turn that 600 into 5,000, you don't think he get that much off of social media? Child, I don't know. I like being in Jacksonville. I have a cousin. Ooh, what's the clothing shop? I want to go visit. Find out the info. Find out the info, and congratulations to your cousin. That is doing big things. Cause I know that rent high as hell. Ooh, child. Yeah, what's your cousin boutique? We gotta support, honey. That's a lot of money. No, they in the big time spots. Ooh, child. Ooh, they doing it big. I love it. Yes, if you want, you can comment on another post and give me the information, or you can connect with me on Instagram and TikTok and send it to me, and I'll definitely go there. You visit Jacksonville. That's what's up. I'm not from Jacksonville. My mother is from Jacksonville. I grew up in Jersey and came down to Florida for college in Tallahassee. And then in 2011, I was like, you know what? My mom was like, she want to move closer to her mom, which is in Jacksonville. And I said, okay. So that's how I'm in Jacksonville. And I love it. Jacksonville is one of the largest cities land wise. You can be on one side of town. You feel like you're in a whole nother city. We 2 hours, 2.5, depends who's driving, from Orlando, Savannah. It's good money in Jacksonville if you know how to get to the Munties. What was my major? So I started out as a math major, which my mom and dad are both like real smarty pants, science, math. So I had a full scholarship for math. But as you can see, I like to talk. So once I got into school behind my parents' back, I switched my major. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be like this big publicist, and I was gonna be working here, working for this. So I had an internship with Baby Fat, and I did an intern with Diddy. Not that type of internship. No. So I thought I was gonna be da da da, and then once I graduated, I went and got my master's in communications. Once I graduated, it was like only nonprofit work. And you had to look a certain way to be, especially in the South, to be on TV to do like, and I didn't really want to do that either. And then to work in the newsroom ain't no damn money. So I would do nonprofit community development. And then after I had my son in 2017, I switched over to the medical field, because I always thought I would be a nurse, but because of his sickness and condition, I was not able to have the time to go back to nursing school. So I'm in the revenue cycle, getting the money, insurance, and everything like that, in the health field. So now I'm back in school, to get my healthcare administration. Jersey girl, yes, Jersey, Jersey, born and raised, baby. I am a Jersey girl. That's why I'm extra big hair, leopard print, baby. I am Jersey girl. Like, when you talk about Jersey, this me. Long nails. We talk with our hands. I'm a black Jersey girl, like real bougie, real black. You get it both. Yes, I love working in the medical field. I love it. I love it. Now I'm going more so bedside, to help families make choices in the NICU, which is full circle about what I want to do. So it's pretty awesome how God places you in certain places, and you never know how you're going to end up or whatever. So now I am coordinating for 8 hospitals, 636 beds. I'm over for NICU patients, level 3 and 4. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like what I do. Yeah, Peach runs Wood's Facebook. Okay, Wood is a coward to let Peach. We've been saying he was a coward for letting her disrespect the mother. I guess just seeing how it fully played out with the daughter just kind of made me cringe. And I think it's just because I just turned 41. I lost my father in August of this year. And even though my parents were separated, I'm my dad's only child. Um, I know it's important to have your father in your life. My dad lived 2 hours away from me, and I still saw my dad every other weekend. Every summer I spent with my dad. Also, any cheerleading competitions, anything like that. Now he didn't agree with me cheerleading, because you know how he, my dad was kind of old school. Like he thought cheerleaders were just, whores, pretty much. So I was on competition all star and stuff. So that's what kind of made me cringe, because even though I feel I was made out of love. My parents were married. It just did not work. Um, They had, I ain't gonna lie, they had a rough divorce. I know about it now, but back then I didn't really recognize it. I mean, I was just like, okay, we don't live together anymore. What's going on? But my dad was very active. My dad was very active. Even when he continued to date, he remarried and everything. My dad didn't put anyone before me, and he let that be known. Like, he was like, hey, I got my daughter every other weekend. That's my daughter. During the summer, I'm a full time single dad. Like, I'm a full time dad. He ain't have women in the house. Like, it was nothing. And so, he got hit with his wife, and then she was a great stepmom. She was a great stepmom. She made sure her and my mom, at first it was a little tension, but then they got along. They still get along to this day, even though my dad is passed. Those two get along. Then she got divorced. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, they got along. My mom was like, hey, she didn't have a daughter. She just had a son. So I was like her daughter, and she was very girly. So she was like, oh my goodness, to my mom, can I get her this? Can I do this? So my mom was like, yes, it's fine. So we would go get our nails done. She'd make sure my hair was done. She just stepped in. Um, and it just like kills me. She was a strong woman, because I'm sure at the beginning my mom was not the best. I know my mom, she probably said some stuff, and I get it. It was hard on my mom, your daughter being around someone else. I get it. But my mom, did what she needed to do. And this lady loved me. She still loves me. Like I said, her and my dad ended up getting divorced when I was like 18. She still comments. We're friends on Facebook. She comments on my son's pictures. Oh my goodness, look at my grandson. He getting so big. Like, I just couldn't imagine the type of trauma if my mom and her were constantly fighting, or my dad picked her over me and my mom trying to explain to me, what's going on, why your daddy, justifying and all this stuff. Like, that really hurts me. Like, this girl did not have a father, and for Peach to get on the internet and talk about the trauma she went through of not having a father, and feeling like that's okay for another person to experience it, that doesn't sit well with me. That really irks me. I just, mm. And when I'm really ready to tell my story about my son's father, that's truly why we are not cool. I'm not the type of woman to say, "Oh, you picked me." Okay, I'm finna just tell it now, because y'all gonna know. So, me and my son's father, we had went on a break. We broke up, and he ended up having a break baby. Never told me about the baby. He got a DNA test, everything. We're back together now. So he was like, I didn't know how to tell you. Da 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 da. Okay, so when I looked at the dates and everything, after I did my research, boom, boom, boom. Okay, we were not together. I still felt like you betrayed me, because when you came back into our lives, you should have told me you might have a baby. You have a possible out there. Boom. Then you find out the possible is a definite, and you still do not tell me. Boom. Somebody called my phone. Hey, da 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 da. I'm like, what? What's going on? So I called them. I'm like, hey, they telling me you got a baby, man. And now you getting mad at the person that told. Hold on, wait a minute. So it's true? You got a baby? Okay. So we get into it. I'm done. You should have told me. Boom, boom, boom. Blah blah blah. So everything he was saying, it was like, pick me, pick me. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, I want to work on it. Boom, boom, boom. Da 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 da. Blah blah blah. Okay. So then 2 weeks later, you done started the court process. The girl done took you, the child support. So I'm like, so what's your visitation? What's going on? So me and your mom can figure it out. Like, we're gonna help you. You're not you messed up. If I'm still gonna be with you, you're gonna take care of this child. So he was like, man, I ain't finna see her. I don't want nothing to do with her. I don't want nothing to do with the little girl. I ain't got nothing to do with her. Huh? I said, but you made her. I told her, all that. But man, what's like, da, da, da. So no, sir, we can't be together. Because first of all, is you like, no, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? And then he was like, well, how is that going to look on you? I said, well, I first of all don't care how it's going to look on me. That, this child is not mine, but younger, how that is going to look when we're out and about. I said, but at the end of the day, how is this going to look on you with you sitting up here, laying up here with me and my son, knowing you got a whole baby out there? That doesn't work like that, sir. So no, we can't do this. We can't. We cannot be together. So then when he tried to go ahead and get the order change so he could, now you got to spend money you got a whole lot to do. So like I said, you need to go figure that out. But I don't do me. Yes, you pay financially, but I'm big on, courageous boutique. I'm big on, I don't give a damn whether you're doing it just financially. You have to be there physically. You got to be there physically for that little girl. You went up there and took that damn condom off. You need to go take care of the little girl. So when he wouldn't do that, we can't be together. We can't, we can't, we can't function. You you created life and you're not taking care. And my homeboy always told me, if a man can't take care of his blood, if he don't take care of his blood, just know he's never going to be truly loyal to you. You don't even share the same blood with him. You share a child, but you don't share the blood. So if he doesn't care about his seed, and I know some people will say, oh, well, they don't carry him. And I get it. You don't carry him. You don't do this. And he explained it to me when we had our talk. He was like, man, I just feel like if I'm around the little girl, his daughter, he still call her the little girl, which is crazy to me, but I'm not in that situation. He says that he feels if he goes around the little girl, he is going to treat her not mean, but he's not going to have that love like with my son. Not saying because my son was da 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 da, but because he is angry right now. The only reason you're angry is because you got caught. You see what I'm saying? That's the only reason you are angry at the situation. You got caught, right? You got caught. So therefore, and it wasn't even anything to get caught with. If you would have just said, hey, while we was on our break, because we were on a break for a good like 8-9 months, which was still kind of fast for you to be raw dogging something. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic of conversation, which makes me look at you real crazy. But anyway, you made this decision. You took off a condom. First of all, like I told him, you took off a condom knowing what's going on in the state of Florida. At that time in the state of Florida, and still to this day, you cannot get an abortion after, not saying she wanted to get an abortion, but I'm just saying men have to think about it. You can't get an abortion after 6 weeks. You don't really know you're pregnant until damn 7-8 weeks. So she couldn't do anything. He said he thought she was on the pill. She said that she forgot, I don't know, she forgot to say whatever. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. So that's really why. And that's, I'm saying, like, when I look at this situation with Peach, I just couldn't, I can't do anything. Well, just go ahead and leave. Um, and people not take care of their children. And like I said, it's more than just, yes, he pays a nice amount of child support for her, but physically, there's nothing like looking out in the crowd and seeing. These kids don't understand money until they get older. They don't get it. My son does not understand daddy's money, mommy's money. My son just understands, oh my goodness, mommy and daddy are both here. His facial expressions, he don't even know what we go through to get there or anything like that, but he is excited because we are both there. When he looks out, he has his mommy and daddy. Even if daddy's not able to come all the time because his work schedule is a little bit more, he still has that. Now, my son's father was murdered at when he was 4. So he doesn't understand fully, but I'm like, you should still understand what you desired. You saw other kids there wanting their dad there. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can't be like, well, shit, he show up for my child. Oh, well, it don't even work. It don't even work. Like the other day, we had something at the school, and he was like, "Oh, well, let's go do." We not do. No, we're not doing any of that. No, we're not. What daycare does your daughter go to? Where is she at? How do you sleep comfortably at night, not knowing if your daughter, your blood, is safe? You cannot lay up with me. You cannot come in my house. No, you can definitely take care of your son. I'm not going to take that away from you. But as far as me and you, and then you're worried about, well, I was just trying, I didn't know I had to protect you. That's not protecting me. That's just putting me in harm's way. That's not protecting me. But so that's why I feel like wood is a piece of shit, because you don't do people like that. But I done got to my destination. Y'all have a good one. Have a good one. Good one. Like the video. It was a pleasure speaking to all y'all, and I will see y'all later.